Hey, hey everyone. I just invited Tanya to be here. I'm hanging out in my living room instead of the bookshop because it's pretty cold in there tonight. It's like a 20-degree night. Hi everybody. Hi Shantia. You guys, I bought these little caps for the bottles of essential oil right here. It's a hair. Anyway, so when you have just a little bit of oils on the bottom, you can just fill it up with water and make your own. Spray it. So good. Well, yeah, we'll get started when Tanya gets here. I'm just getting all oiled up. This is copaiba. It's the cannabinoid one. Copaiba. It's a tree sap from South America. Kind of like maple or any of other tree saps, but it's fantastic. They say it's the most anti-inflammatory substance on the planet. That's what I've heard. Who knows what's true, but that's what I have heard. But I'm just spraying myself down. Hi, everyone. So Tanya and I are coming together tonight to tell you why we chose doTERRA as our business, why we have partnered with them individually to bring abundance and health and wellness to a broad spectrum of humans alike. So humans close to us, like as in our families. Here's Tanya, sorry. So like how we use these oils to benefit our families, how we're using these oils to change the world, how we're using these oils to benefit our communities. It's a whole thing. Just waiting a couple more minutes for Tanya. If you guys have any questions during this live, please put them in the chat and we'll try to catch them. I'm just waiting for Tanya. I think that it's really important that we're having this conversation right now. And I know on the scale of things, it might not seem important to you, but to me, it's foundational. Foundational. Because if all of everything that's going on, if it's bothering you, if it's bringing you down, if it's depressing you, if it's causing you anxiety, then this is one beautiful, sorry, tech stuff. Witches and tech. It doesn't always work out that great. So if all of this external stuff is affecting you and making you feel like shit, and you feel energetically it's pulling on you and dragging you down, it's really important to get your foundation first. Okay? So every day, Tanya!
Hi.
You look nice today.
Thanks. I don't feel that great, but
That's funny because Chantil just said the same thing too. And 2 days ago, I wasn't feeling really well, but I'm feeling much better now thanks to all my oils.
I know. I'm like living with the breeze.
Mm-hmm. I was like putting it right here because I was like, take it all.
All the way under.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I know you were just at Reem's live, and she was talking about being sick in general and what comforts us about being sick, or how we feel like our body's responses to being sick, and how we feel like, oh, now we can rest. And that's why I get sick, because like my
Yeah.
body's, hey, why don't you just rest? And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm doing everything. And your body's like, well, here's some sniffly nose. Here's a cough. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so Tanya and I have been in doTERRA. Well, we got into doTERRA in 2020, and it has absolutely changed the health of our own bodies and of our families' bodies, our communities, our sisterhoods online. Like, it's just a wave rippling out. And it's really exciting, really super exciting at how many people are like, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I'm like, sweet, this is exactly what we were looking for too. So I was just going to tell everybody a little bit. Chantil says, I only show myself, only tell myself to chill out when I'm sick. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why I got sick 2 days ago, because it was just like, just need to chill. So if you know Tanya's beautiful work, you know that she does crochet. If you know my beautiful work, I make books. And together, those are our passion things. Those are the things that we can go into a trance and we're like really creative and it helps us like handle our lives. It's like the place we go for solace. Like we go there, we feel secure. Like it is our thing, absolutely. But I was going to tell everybody, Tanya, that it's not necessarily like the most lucrative hobby. Like
No, not at all.
it's not exactly paying the bills. And though we love these things and I don't think we're ever going to give them up, are we? Like I'm not going to give
Nope.
up books and you're not going to give up yarn,
Nope,
but
never.
no, never. But we got to find something that enables us to do those things that we love, but not have to always be like chasing our tails about like paying rent and supplying for our kids and giving our family like love and nourishment and all these things. And so doTERRA has given us this opportunity to where we can stay home with our kids. We can do our things that we absolutely love to do, the things that bring us joy, whether it be like making bread or like doing whatever we got to do. And we can also be making a residual income that will supply us for the rest of our lives and our family and our community. And it's going to allow us to be like super generous with all of that stuff too. So I speak for myself, but I don't need necessarily that much to be happy, like just the baseline of things, everyone is safe, taken care of, the bills are paid, that kind of stuff. We have food in the cabinets, whatever. And we want that for everyone, right? We want that for the neighbor across the street. We want that for someone in a different country. We want it for everyone in the world. We want them to feel secure and safe and like they have a baseline foundation to grow on and to do all the things that bring them joy. Because we all have a thing inside of us that brings us joy that we want to put out into the world, but we're when we're born, we're like put in this mainstream box that tells us, go through school, go to college, get a job, build a retirement account, retire, And I speak for myself and probably you too, is just like that never felt right.
Never did.
It never felt right.
No,
And
it didn't.
the fact that we had to put our kids in a daycare and then like a third of our money that we make goes to that daycare, and we're
A
still
third or
struggling.
more, depending on how many kids you have.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just why do we need to like save up money to get a car, to go get a job, and then that job we need education to get, and then the education we need to leave our kids behind, and like just the whole gamut of, of the things that are like probably changing right now. I mean,
Hmm.
really, we're probably in the midst of like some really big changes that are happening in the world.
Oh, yeah. Like here, there's no schools. Like none of the schools are open here. So everybody
Exactly.
does virtual stuff and all the kids have to, all the parents have to figure out what they do with their kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've always tried to been like that person that was always looking for jobs that I could bring my kid. I was always that person. And I know you were definitely a person like that too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're like, how can we be like excellent mothers, like heart-centered, like loving mothers when we also are like working mothers, when we're also wives, when we're also like just trying to keep our things settled, like our house cleaned, like all those things. And when doTERRA entered in my life, I was like, I feel like this is right. Like it was energetically sound. And so my rational brain started to research and I started like going all over the internet. I'd be like, multi-level marketing, pyramid schemes. Like, what? That sounds awful. Why does this feel so right? But everyone's talking so much shit. I was like, I don't get it. So so my research began, and I realized that there are some shady, nasty network marketing companies out there, you know, like the teams are awful. The product isn't as important as the team building, you know, like there's all these things that could go wrong. And I feel like doTERRA has experience, you know, and they also know what they're doing. And those two things go hand in hand. But what I'm trying to say is that they have like a 10 out of 10 for ethics. They're taking care of the people who are distributing and facilitating these products. They're also taking care of the people that grow and harvest and distill the products. Like they are a foundationally sound company. If
And they
this,
have been for a long time.
mm-hmm,
They have been for quite a long time because I dabbled in oils back in, I believe, 2016, 2015,
mm-hmm,
when with doTERRA, because my friend had shown me a lot of the doTERRA oils just as a wholesale customer. But you know, they were back then. It was very much similar.
yeah. And doTERRA started in 2008, back when there was the big housing crash, you know, and there was a big financial shitstorm happening. And that's when they were starting with their 5 oils. And if you hear the founders' stories, they'll be telling you that they didn't know how they were going to feed their family. They had like everything that they had was invested into the doTERRA dream.
Yes. And oh
Yeah,
man, Emily, when she talks, every
right.
time, every story I hear from her, I just cry every time.
I know. She's such a heart-forward person. Like you can
She
tell.
is very
She
much.
when she talks about how doTERRA started, she was like, we just kept talking to people and we kept like being like, smell these oils. They're so pure. They're so beneficial. And now they've grown their company to like a multi-billion-dollar company. They have no debt. They never took outside investing. They this is just the beginning too. They just started in 2008.
Didn't they
And
like start by talking to people and like sleeping on their couches because they didn't have money for hotels and stuff
yeah.
like that? Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how you started Chronically Stitched. I mean, I know a little bit about it personally, but like I started with like $800 for Bound Bound books. That's like
Oh,
to
I
buy
didn't.
supplies, to buy branding, to buy like just everything, you know, to buy needles, to buy a book press, to buy like all these things, like to run my online subscription things and all kinds of stuff. And so I started with, you know, like very little invested, and
Very little, yeah.
so
Mine
I
was
can
just
kind of
little bits
imagine.
over long periods of time. So, you
Hmm.
know, $100 here. Oh, there's a yarn sale over here. Oh, I'm gonna buy some new crochet hooks because I like them and they're pretty. You know, so it's like $10 here, $100 there, $100 here. So it wasn't a huge investment all up front, but it's probably been thousands of dollars worth of investing, which I've made maybe a fraction of it back.
Right. You know, that brings us back to like how our trades are not necessarily paid in the way in which we would need to like survive. Not right now, Zena. I'm not in my bookshop, so there's no door of privacy. We're live right now. Live, like
Right,
really
Steph?
live. Like super live, like recording like
Mom,
right now. What?
in Minecraft, someone burned down my underground house.
Someone burned down her underground house
I
in
think it was a
Minecraft.
creeper.
Whoa.
I think it was a
She
creeper.
thinks it was a creeper.
But it wasn't
Oh
nighttime.
no.
Like
Okay.
a fire creeper.
You need to rebuild
Yeah, go rebuild. Make it
currently,
better.
like right now. She gone. She gone. She took
No,
my.
I'm not. Mom,
Okay. Okay. When you're doing your doTERRA business, that imagine that you would be able to start a business regardless of where you come from, regardless of who you are, regardless of the fact that you don't have good credit or that you don't have outside investment, regardless that you are not a trust fund kid or have like a wealthy uncle that can help you start your business or anything.
Or anything that you've done in your past.
Yeah, it's so accessible to start a doTERRA business. And it's not the most accessible. You still need some money up front, but
Mhm.
compared to other businesses or think about restaurants, how they go so much far into debt before they even open their doors, you know? Tina, not right now. I love you. Okay. So who would doTERRA be for? It could be, you want to start?
Yeah, it can be for someone who's willing to invest in their own health and their future. So moms who want to stay at home and have the means to do about $100, $120 purchase every month
Mhm.
with taxes and that included. So someone who can invest a little bit of money and about the same amount of time, because really you don't have to invest a whole lot of time into it. You just have to have at least a few hours here and there that you can go in and
Yeah.
check in with people and stuff. So
Not right now, Zena.
it's for
So
someone who's motivated to do better, to be better.
yeah, it's good for the entrepreneurial spirit too. So if you're used to I mean, there's systems in place for doTERRA. Like you're not going to be like lost and like swimming in a sea of nothing, but you really have to be self-directed. You have to be like, this is what I want. I love these products. I want to use them for the rest of my life, and I do.
You also have to be willing to ask the questions too. So if you don't ever ask a question, you'll never get the answer. So if
Mhm.
you're one of those people that's just like, no, I'm just going to sit here and just wait and maybe someone else will ask it, it's probably not going to be the best environment for you, because you have to be willing to ask the questions to get
Yeah,
the answers so that you can go further.
right. And I would say if you are willing to take action, then this would be good for you. If you're willing to say, I don't know everything, but I'm going to learn the answers to the questions that I don't know. You know,
Exactly. Yep.
like I don't know 50 ways to use cypress oil. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that. If someone was like list 10, I'd be really trying. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
so you just got to be willing to like learn. You know, if you're a life scholar, if you're like feel like I'm into holistic medicine, I'm into alternative medicines that, are out of the mainstream gamut of like pharmaceuticals. If you
Mm-hmm.
if you want to empower yourself and your family to have solutions that are natural and pure and like healthy with no side effects, then get on the oil train because it's really, really beneficial not only internally but externally. Like I talked about the ripple effect, like the ripple effect is so big.
Well,
Who is
and
the parent?
from experience, I have a lot of allergies to things, but you
Mhm.
cannot be truly allergic to an essential oil because it doesn't contain plant proteins. It just contains the oil derived from it. So you can have a reaction or a sensitivity to it, but you cannot be truly allergic to an essential oil.
Wow, that's really cool to know. So, doing a doTERRA business, it would not be for someone who wants a get rich quick thing.
Oh no, not at all.
Not at all. This is like long game. Like Tanya and I are like in it for life. Like, and it's not for someone who's like, I just want to throw $100 at something and see if it's not like cryptocurrency. You can't just like throw $100 down and then watch it
Yeah,
rise and fall.
you have to actually do the work. So yes, you can throw $100 at it and you're going to be getting your oils, but if you don't use your oils, you don't promote the oils, you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't share the oils with other people, you're not going to go very far.
Like I think it's really important that you love the oils,
Exactly.
that you start wanting to bring in more oils and wanting to stop bringing in more like over the counter department store stuff. Because that's one thing I really love about it actually is like the more oils I get, the less I need from other places.
Yes,
And then
exactly.
doTERRA has all their products too. So there's like
Yes,
toothpaste and conditioner, all
their
those
whole
things.
nutrition line too.
Hmm. Yeah, so doTERRA is like this like pure and natural, like super potent source of I just want to keep saying plant magic, but But
It's
really,
true.
they're
It is. It's
it
magic.
is. It really is. It is so true because they are concentrated, condensed, volatile compounds of the plants themselves. It's not like in a lab. It's not like humans were like, I know what's better, you know? Like it's not like
Mhm.
humans made the aspirin, you know? It like is the plants. It is the sap, the leaf, the petal, everything, all of that.
All of it.
Peel. Yeah. Well, okay. We went over who it's for and who it's not for. And let's talk about what we would need to do. How did we incorporate it into our daily lives? So as busy moms who have other things going for us, how do we do this? Let's tell people what we do.
Well, first I use the oils on myself and my kids all the time, especially now with the sniffles going around. So that is investing in our health. And as far as like working on the doTERRA stuff, really it's just reaching out to people and seeing if they're interested, or even, even just putting it out there and being like, hey, I'm using these oils, I'm really excited about it. And then people will come to you because they see that you're excited about it. The other work that I've done is like setting up slideshows to do classes or presentations basically to show people, which you've done as well. So
Oils are experiential. So it's hard to explain to someone what a lemon smells like if they've never smelled of lemon. It's the same thing with doTERRA essential oils. So it's hard to explain to you what this feels like, copaiba feels like when you drop it under your tongue. It's hard to explain the experience of like the letdown of the calm and how your whole body feels kind of like tingly and excited. We got our kids. But once people try the oils, then they're like, I get it. It's like I understand. Like you can't give someone a thing, or you can't just tell it with language, you know? You
yeah, you
can't
can
just
use
say it.
all the words on the planet to describe something, and until they experience it, they don't really know what you're saying, unless they've
Yeah,
experienced something similar.
exactly, exactly. And that's why doTERRA is big into the sampling. So you buy yourself these little sample jars and you like drip, drip, drip the samples and then you send them out to people. People try them, people love them, people want more of them. People are like, this is what I've been looking for. This is so pure. I love it when Tanya says that the fake essential oils smell like candy.
Yeah, it's like the difference between candy and plants.
Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't want to have like a lemon drop and then mix it in your water. Sorry, that reference went way too far. But I'm mostly just saying that once you use them, yeah, like little sample bottles. And right now, me and Tanya and I are doing doTERRA work right now. We scheduled this a couple weeks ago. We're like, hey, let's just get on a live. Let's talk about it. Last time we did a live, we had a couple people interested, and this time, I'm probably gonna put this on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? um,
So yeah,
so
doTERRA's just hanging out with your friends. Like
that's
90% of it is just hanging out with your friends.
that's what it feels like. It feels like we're just hanging out with people geeking out about oils. And also we're making a commission doing it. And also we're helping villages around the world. And also also we're helping people get healthier and ditch all these products that are keeping them sick. I don't know what else to say. It feels like a win-win-win-win-win situation. Like
Absolutely.
if I was building a company, which I am with Mountain Bound Books, but you know what I mean? If I was building like anything else, if I was like building any other product line, I would want it to be in integrity with my values. I would want it to be helping people. I would not want to build a company where we're like stepping on toes and heads to rise to the top.
Hmm.
And doTERRA is the same. They don't want to harm people on the way to sustainable options. You know, like they don't want to harm the copaiba trees. Like they talk to the natives and they're like, how much is the tree tolerate us tapping the tree and getting the sap? And the natives know, you know, like
They
it's
learn about their trade from the people who know about it, who are native to those areas.
Yeah, when the hurricane hit Haiti, and afterwards, all that devastation. Like if you go onto YouTube and you look up like doTERRA in Haiti, that'll make you cry because there's like so many people who didn't even have a shelter after that. And doTERRA was like, no, let's get you like running water and let's get you all these things. And doTERRA for their conventions and stuff, they bring in these like townspeople of these communities, and you can listen to them. There's like videos all over the internet. You can be like, yeah, doTERRA came in and did the dentistry for my whole family, and now our teeth don't hurt anymore. And a lot of that comes from like the Healing Hands Foundation, and a lot of it also comes, which is a doTERRA, the charity organization, and a lot of it just comes off of like them with that initial contract. Like doTERRA is like, hey, you have the vetiver grass in Haiti, and we think that it's like a really important thing that people get this medicine in their hands. What can we do for you? You know, and like, how can we help you? Because we're American and we have resources. And like, you know what I mean? Like, even if it was little, we can mobilize, we can organize, we can like really make a difference. And we need your help because this is your grasslands, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We need you to tell us the best way to harvest this, and, you know, we can help you when you help us, you know, not when you help us, but we can help you. You can help us.
I know a lot of us are really tired of being sold things that aren't beneficial. You know, you turn on the TV and we're surrounded.
Or don't live up to the expectation that you had of it.
Yes, because all of the I guess propaganda, you know, advertising. I mean, a lot of people look at like network marketing and they think, oh, that must be a scam. And it's really counterintuitive because if your friends are telling you, hey, I use this oil for my anxiety and depression, you know, and it's really working, what would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to me and Tanya be like, hey, these oils are changing our lives and we're making money doing it? Or would you rather watch an ad on TV or in between your streaming services or whatever that's like, this is the best thing ever. Trust us.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. It may cause this and this and this to happen, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pharmaceutical ads are terrifying.
Horrifying.
Yeah. Horrifying. So I just want to remind everyone that this may be new, but it's not that new. You know, it may be new, and I kind of feel like it's the golden age for this. We're all at home. Sorry, we're both reading that. I'll keep talking. So we're at home, okay? We're at home. We have a lot of time sometimes on our hands. What I mean by saying that is like we have flexibility with our time if we're not, you know, like going that grind that we did in 2019. Oh my gosh, it's been a year. It also, doTERRA started during an economic downfall, I guess, and they have grown. And if this is gearing up to be another economic strain, you know, then this is another thing that I think is really, really helpful and beneficial as we transition from the way life used to be into the way it is, you know? And I believe that voting with our dollars is really, really important. Like we have to stop, like as we're building this new world, okay, as we're with our actions and our daily lives and our beliefs even, you know, inside, external, all that stuff, excuse me. We have to examine like what life do we want to build? Do we want to build a life with side effects? No. Do we want to build a life of advertising things that are not healthy for us, using like cute characters and gimmicks and slogans and all these things? Like, no. Would we rather just hang out with our friends and like geek out about things that make us feel good and joyful? Yeah. So Amber says, I had to ask the first step for a second, not sure if you answered this, but how would I go about getting on board? So let's talk about that. Getting on board is super simple. It's as simple as holding a conversation with someone who already does doTERRA. So Tanya, she would talk to Amber and be like, hey, Amber, what are you dealing with in your life? Do you have a lot of stress? Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you, like, what is it? What are the pain points in your life right now? Maybe it's financial, because this is a business conversation. So you'd be like, hey, I'm really struggling making money right now. And I'll be like, cool, cool. I was too, like sometimes we still are, and that's okay. But let's try to build something that that has a lasting effect. Like I said, it's a long-term thing. This is not a get rich quick. This is nothing like that. So if you wanted to go about getting on board with this, you got to be able to commit to a couple things. So the one thing you got to commit to is a monthly subscription box of oils and pure natural products that you choose at your own will. Whatever you want in that little cute purple box is up to you. Hi, Annie. And then that is going to run you for about $100 to $150 every month. That is the price of your business. And it's not just an investment. It's not like you're throwing money at the lease. It's not like you're just like throwing money into your subscriptions and running your calendar and your email thing. You're actually getting products that change and benefit your health. You're not getting an empty box that's like, here's your business. You're like, okay, I'm investing in this. No, you are choosing the products that you want, and that makes you commissionable. So when you're commissionable, that means that you can share the products with other people, and you can build your own business, and then you continue to get your own commissions off of whatever you do. So when you first start, you're going to choose an enrollment kit, most likely, because that's really the smartest way to do it.
It's the easiest way to do it too. It's it winds up being the cheapest way to do it.
Mm-hmm. You save a lot of money, and joining doTERRA is kind of like joining Sam's Club or Costco. And so you pay your like membership fee, right? And it's $35 for doTERRA. It's not that bad. $35 for a year of wholesale benefit through doTERRA. And wholesale, you go from a retail to a wholesale member, which means you save 25% of everything, flat, 25%. Like that's the jump. So you pay $35 to get 25% off of everything. But when you get an enrollment kit, you waive that fee. Right, Tawnya?
So you can get it, yes, you waive the $35 fee. And I believe the cheapest enrollment kit that you can get, it comes with a deep blue rub, and I believe lemon and lavender. And it's $105. So you would get your items from your enrollment kit. You'd get the enrollment fee of $35 for free. And then you would just start your journey, and then you could set up your monthly order pretty much right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right away. So the enrollment kits are large. They run from like, I think the biggest one is like $550, something like that, and the smallest one, like you said, is like around $100. But you get $35 waived. So you're just by buying a kit, you're automatically a wholesale member. And then so you're saving money through that. And then on top of that, let's talk about points, because points are fun.
Points are fun.
Points are so fun. So
the first 3 months, you get 10% of your points back that you spend. So if you put in an order, so my first month's order was 156 points. And usually the points are the same dollar value as the item, especially when you're talking about oils.
Especially oils.
Yeah. Everything else. Oil value and dollar value, like the point value of an oil and the dollar value, is generally about the same. There's a few of them that aren't, but for oil specifically, they're approximately the same dollar value and point value. All the other products usually have a lesser point value per dollar value, like the toothpaste and the shampoo and stuff like that. But you're still earning the points, and in the first 3 months, you get 10% of your points back. And those points you get to spend on free oils.
Yeah. So when you get your enrollment kit, you're all set up, and you're ready to go into your next month's order. Okay. So you got the ball rolling. You said yes. I'm doing doTERRA. It is my time. I am ready. I'm going to do this. It's going to be fun, because that's basically what we did. And then your first order, if you set up 100 points which translates to $100, but it kind of depends. Like diffusers and other household stuff is a little bit different, but for oils, it's dollar per dollar, like Tawnya said. So when you do that, you need 100 to be commissionable, right? Like we said earlier, but then you get 125 and you get a free product of the month, which is cool. They have a different product every month. In December, it was a $67 frankincense, and that was awesome for putting
The
in.
frankincense was 200 points. The 125 point one was
Oh,
balsam
the
fir.
fur. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. So then and then you also gain points every time you put in that monthly box. And like Tawnya said, it starts at 10, and then after a year, it goes all the way up to 30. So that's almost a third of everything you buy at doTERRA, you get back so that you can buy more cool doTERRA oils.
You also get your shipping points back too.
That's true.
So the money that you spend on shipping is translated to points. So shipping is usually $3.99, or that's the one I pick, and I get 4 points back. So you get all of your shipping points.
It really feels like a no-brainer, but when you're in the beginning, you're like, what? And I know you guys might be sitting here and thinking about that too, but it's cool. We are trying to put it in the simplest terms because it's easy to get jumbled. Go ahead.
Honestly, like the first month or like leading up to investing in doTERRA, and then for that first like month afterwards, I was like, I have no idea what this point thing at all. And doTERRA has the resources to explain to you. So when you sign up as a wellness advocate, you get all of the resources that you need to explain to you exactly how the programs work, exactly how to use your oils, everything that you need to know about doTERRA, they provide for you.
Yeah. And beyond doTERRA, like the organization itself, you get us. And so when I say us, I mean like we have a whole team behind us, and our team has a whole team behind them. Like I feel like me and Tawnya and I are like creating like a Bruja Report doTERRA team. We really are, because like so many other Brujas are like, yes, this is what I needed in my life, and I'm like, I know, we did too. And they're signing up, and we're all getting healthier and also making money, and it feels really good. And it's not like you just get thrown to the fishes at all. Like
No, not at all.
Our team comes with a whole training website. Like there's like,
and I know myself and Jess, we're generally always available, and we give our phone number out. If you have a question, doesn't matter when you have the question. If you have a question, if it's about oils, if it's about the business, if it's about anything, we're both here. And our team above us is there to help too.
Yep. It's totally cool. It's so cool. So
and we have team meetings
every Sunday. We do. And we answer each other's questions, and we learn from telling other people and answering their questions. Like that's what helps me learn the most is like, oh, you have a question? And if I know the answer, cool, I get a practice explaining it. And if I don't know the answer, then I get to go research it, and we both learn just as much. It's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's see, we talked about who it's for, who it's not for. We talked about us and why we joined. And then we talked about how you would start. And that's just by contacting Tawnya. And then, let's see, the LRP, which just is a fancy word for a monthly subscription box. Okay, notes come to my aid. Collaboration, hanging out with your friends, feeling good, desiring freedom, if you're ambitious and motivated, you want to help your community and lift each other up, this is your
How
thing.
to incorporate it into your daily life. How do you incorporate your business practice into your daily life?
That's right, you answered it, but I didn't necessarily. Okay, so scheduling things like this. Okay, so my weekly gamut, I'm kind of an overachiever. You can start really fast, or you can start as slow as you want. Bye, Shantia. And
Hi, Shantia.
So you can host your own classes and invite people, and then the people who come will invite other people. There's so many ways that you can incorporate doTERRA into your thing that you already have going on. Like if you're a birth or death doula, then you can incorporate oils into that. If you like, what I do for my books, I'm sorry guys, I gotta get burps. What I do for my books is that I make these little oil rollers, and I make it for the actual person, because I'm like, oh, you need some frankincense in your life, or I bet you need some lavender in your life, you know, like that kind of thing. And I send them out as like little free samples, and then some people get back to me, they're like, what was that smell? That was amazing.
I do
Exactly.
I do the little sample bottles and
Yeah.
roller bottles if it's, you know, if it's an oil that's diluted down.
Hi. She called us. You called us Bruja Queens. Yeah. Let's think. Okay, how do I incorporate into my life? So I do a class on Sundays after our team meeting. So I'm already pumped. I already got my voice like exercised, and like I'm like doing the things, and then I jump right into teaching a class. If there's no one coming to a class, then I usually spend that like watching someone else's class or just doing research. Or I talk to Tanya because I'm like, hey Tanya, let's do some stuff. And then we'll do things like plan a live talk like this. Or I don't know what we're gonna do. I had the idea. I have a video on YouTube right now promoting or explaining the January specials that doTERRA is giving out. So like that was another thing that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this right now. So day to day in my planner, it kind of looks like call Tanya or send a text message to Ellen, or you know, like check and see if Jenny still wants an LRP this month. You know, like it's very conversational, even if you're introverted, because I think, I don't know, do you consider yourself introverted? Okay, I kind of consider myself introverted because like after this is done, after we're talking and talking and talking, I like to be quiet. You know, and I feel like it can work for you, absolutely, even if you're introverted. But you got to be able to talk honestly and talk from your heart about how these oils and products are making a difference in your life. And
Authenticity.
so
You have to
yeah,
be authentic.
that's what I do. Like yesterday, I had someone who was like, "Hey, I've been looking forward to doing doTERRA," and then we literally just got on the phone and she enrolled like in an hour. Like it wasn't hard, which I love. We love it when it's easy. We like
Hmm.
we feel really happy when people want this. Like we're not trying to sell you something you don't want. Like that would be hard work for us, and we do not want hard work. Like
Not at all.
we we're not that into it, you know. Like if we're building our own house, we'll probably be up to it, but but not like chasing sales. Like if you think this is a sales thing, then I think you might be better like with some, I don't know, mobile devices, like network something. Like I don't know. It's not really salesy if you're just offering people the solutions that they are looking for anyway.
Hmm.
And we're talking
Then you
about
have that
finding
wealth of knowledge
solutions.
on your own too. Once you
Hmm.
start learning the oils, you know, you have that wealth of knowledge at your hand. So if someone is having an issue, you know how to address it. And it kind of just sells itself because, you know, you can tell them. I went to physical therapy and occupational therapy, and she already does oils. She already has oils, but just having the knowledge of the oils relayed to another person, you know, it got her more intrigued with the oils. So even though I didn't make a sale, it still was a way to better someone's life
Yeah,
and their friends.
absolutely. And sharing that education too. Like, don't forget that doTERRA is really trying to change the world, like in a very small micro way, and then like also a larger macro, like change the whole world, like across the continents and seven seas, like that type of thing. So when someone is like, I'm struggling with sleep, we got an oil for that. You know, if your daughter got bit by a dog. Sorry, Tanya's babe got bit by a dog, and she put oils on that. You know, like
And it was healed in a week.
yeah. And you see my skin? It's thanks to frankincense. No, I'm kind of joking, but I mean, like, they're solutions. Like, the oils are solutions. And if you would like to also be the bridge builder, you know, like, we're being facilitators. We're saying, okay, if you want this, then I am your gatekeeper. Like, sweet, you're in, you know? Like, and there's
Yeah,
a difference.
absolutely.
Sorry. There's a
No,
couple
you're good.
different people.
Absolutely.
Like, you want to use them in your home. You want to smell good all the time, you know? Like, you want to use them in your cooking, because doTERRAs you can use for cooking. Like, you can make lavender biscottis, and you can put lemon in your water for tea, you know? And like, you're a person that wants to use it, or you're a second person, someone that wants to share it. Like, I know someone who really needs this, or I know what kid will benefit from some Serenity oil. Hold on, baby.
Mom,
Not right now.
Most kids benefit from Serenity oil.
Yeah, in my diffuser, ready for nighttime right now.
Mom,
Yeah,
a Minecraft cat is in my home. That's so cute. He's jumping on my bed.
Minecraft cat.
He's so cute.
Aww.
Oh, that
I
is cute.
probably have to go to sleep. It's nighttime.
I'm off my train of thought. Oh, shares.
Serenity.
Okay, so you want
Yeah.
to share them with people. You know that other people will really benefit from them. You know, like, who doesn't know a guy who could use like a shoulder rub from some Deep Blue, you know, or like a woman who's been working and could really just need some relaxation, you know, or
Use
like
some
someone who has.
Siberian fur in her bath. That would be
Exactly.
adorable.
There's numerous uses for only one oil, and so sharing them is super, super easy. But then if you're a builder, the third type of person is the builders, like Tanya and I. We want to actually empower other people to make money getting other people healthy. Like, and it's fun. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
it is.
Like, people are getting rid of ear infections. People are saying like results. I mean, there's so many testimonials out there, and we all have our own. Like, you use frankincense on your hands and didn't have to go back to physical therapy, right?
Mhm. And then lemongrass and cypress. Yep. And
Yep.
then digestin, because I have wicked heartburn all the time.
hmm
But digestin, within a few applications of it, it's pretty much gone.
hmm
So
And that, like, your kids like upset tummies and all that stuff, like,
mhm.
and
Oh yeah,
how I
digestin is
had a
like
snotty nose
everywhere.
like 2 days ago. Sorry. I was
You're
just
good.
saying, like, oh my God, am I getting sick? And I just used oils, and now I'm like back to like 90% better. You know what I mean? Like,
We're gonna throw on guard and oregano tonight. So
hmm
on guard in the diffuser, oregano on the feet.
yep,
That usually
yep,
clears it up within a day or two, maybe.
yeah. And it's fun to use them. It's fun
It
to
is.
like smell them. It's fun to see the results that come back from them. And it's funny to make money. Funny to make
Yeah.
money. Fun to make money.
My 8-year-old is obsessed with his oils. He has to have his own blends.
Yeah,
So, but I just let him experiment with it because I know they're not gonna hurt him. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Just don't like spill the whole bottle of it because then we'll have to wait another month to get another bottle because my one order a month. But yeah, I
Totally.
mean, speaking about the orders though, you can do multiple orders in a month. It doesn't have to just be one. You know,
No.
you don't get the benefits of the LRP if you do one-time orders,
Mhm.
but you can do multiple LRP orders in a month and get the benefits from it if you have the means to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a cage and I put her in a cage.
Oh,
Actually, I built a cage in my house.
for the digital Minecraft cat.
It's cute.
She's cute.
Honey.
Not cuter than Will.
All right, everyone. We love being here and talking to you guys. If you want to reach out, you can get a hold of Tanya at Chronically Stitched on Instagram. You can get a hold of me at Mountain Bound Books. And we love to answer questions because it helps us learn more. So please,
Yes.
fire away. We are
Yes, please.
we are so excited about it. Here's our cat.
Oh, unless they have a problem.
I don't think she wants to be on camera. She's camera shy. I'm for real. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to go put our kids to bed.
No, I'm going to go to bed.
Never bed.
Never been. Serenity. Turn the serenity on.
I'm going to go turn my diffuser on right now. Okay, we
Don't
love
turn
you.
it off. Don't turn it off.
We love you, and we want your abundance and success. And if you want it to, come find us. It's a fun way to do it. Not the only way. It's a really fun way.
It's a really fun way.
Okay. We'll probably see you
Bye.
next month. Same belt thing.
Okay,
Okay.
we will.
Bye. Bye, Tanya. Bye, everyone.
Bye.